you hit him with the hey, then you hit him with the oh. This is how we do. GHD gon' roll. First you hit him with the hey, then you hit him with the oh. This is how we do. GHD gon' roll.
And just like that, we are back up in that ass for the first time in
Boys are back in
2019. D-Wayne finally deciding he gonna sing. As always, you've got myself, Jake LeMaster, along with Mr. Faithful, Mr. Consistent,
Hello.
Mr. Skinny Jeans, D-Wayne Brutcher.
Skinny white jeans with rips in them.
Skinny white jeans with
Hey,
rips in them.
Comfy, though. Comfy.
Comfy.
And Justin Caesar
Hello,
is
hello.
with us today as well. So yeah, this is the first episode back. We were only going to take a week off, and then a week accidentally turned into 2 weeks, and now we're here.
It happens.
How is everybody doing?
I'm
Pretty
doing
good.
well.
Pretty good.
Can't complain. Don't have anything exponential to talk about.
Well, since it's the first show of 2019, I say that we go back and review. Go back and review a little. So, Justin, how did 2018 treat you?
Treated me very well. I was blessed with buying my first house. I was also blessed with marrying a beautiful young woman. And
She is of age, though.
yes,
Not that
thankfully.
young.
Yeah, no, not that young. Is we can't marry 15-year-olds anymore like they did in the early days. When
Buddy
they
Holly.
scooped them straight out of the crib. That's not allowed anymore. But my year overall was pretty damn great.
D-Wayne, what about you, buddy boy?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Had a couple nice vacations. Got to visit my grandma I ain't seen in quite a few years. Spend a week with her. And of course, going to Disney for a couple of days is always solid. Happiest place in the world. So
I thought the $20 budget studio was the happiest place in the world.
anywhere you are is not the happiest place in the world.
That's fucked up, man. Damn. Guess he's going to quit next.
That
Right.
Sunday and Monday at work without you there was nice.
Man,
It's
you
quiet.
was sad as fuck.
was
Especially
quiet.
Monday when I was on Frank Pick all by myself. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
I'm out here fucking dying and shit. And this man's like, fuck yeah.
Quiet night.
It was a quiet night.
Silent night. D-Wayne's pants are tight.
They're
Sorry.
all so white.
Holy tight. All right, anyway. Welcome back.
Damn.
So, let's see. 2018 for me, it was solid. Somebody was dumb enough to agree to marry me. I'm just playing. I love my wife. She's not dumb. She's the smart one of the outfit. Found out that I'm having another kid. My golf game was pretty fucking sweet.
Oh, I did get new golf clubs. That was solid.
We started this phenomenal podcast.
Mm-hmm.
No mention of that, D-Wayne.
I mean, no.
Man, it's all about Disney, man.
Disney
The
was
happiest
fun.
place on earth.
I'm sticking with the $20 budget studio. Anyway, so yeah, 2018 treated everybody well, it seems. How's your 2019 started? I would laugh if you spilled that big red on them white britches.
Bro, already got blood on it. These are the first things I seen this morning, so I already got blood from last night.
And for the first time
'Cause I'm a dumbass,
of the
stabbed my
year,
fucking finger.
D-Wayne gets mad excited.
Hey,
Topping out the charts over there. I did it after him.
2019 started off good though.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Had
How'd
a
it
solid New
start?
Year's, man.
We won't.
Had a nice little party with the in-laws.
Right.
Dressed up all nice, looking all fresh in my navy blue suit.
I sat at home and played my guitar. Rang the new year in with my wife and my son. What about you, fella?
I actually had a smorgasbord of delicious food at my parents' house in Ohio and rang in the new year with some drunk elderly people and my close sisters and brothers.
Oh, I drank this fucking whiskey on New Year's. It was solid, man.
Yeah, what was it?
Mango habanero whiskey.
Ooh.
Dude,
I had
that
mango
shit
habanero
was
hot
great.
wings the other night.
Yeah, I know you sent me a picture of them.
They were delish.
But dude, that shit was amazing.
What was the brand? Do you remember?
I think it's like an Old Smoky or something. You know, like the ones that do the moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that brand.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't see the bottle.
Then that would be whiskey. It's made in Tennessee.
I said whiskey.
Oh, I thought you said bourbon. Sorry.
No,
My bad.
I think. I mean, I had to look up. I didn't see the bottle. My wife's uncle was like, "I got this bottle upstairs of it," and I'm like, "Ooh, you got to give me a glass when you try it." Dude, it was good.
Did you drink it neat like real men?
Yes, I did.
My guy, I'm proud of you.
One ice cube only.
I never, no ice cubes, just fill
brought-
the cup.
He brought me the glass and was like, "Here,
Bruh.
try it." I was like, "All right." He's like, "It's got a bite." Drank it. He's like, "It's yours." Solid.
So how has 2019 been so far for you, though?
It's been good till last night till I stabbed my fucking finger, but other than that, it's been solid. Besides going back to work too, but you know. So go ahead, come on.
I wasn't going to say
You
nothing.
keep staring at my jeans. Come on, I think you're looking at my dick, faggot.
Man. This man's
Too
over
bad
here
you didn't have a
hating.
rip a little bit closer.
No.
I mean, they ain't even that tight.
We know, because it looks like you've got a moose knuckle, not a dick.
Damn.
Got him. How'd that gay joke go, D-Wayne? No, I just knew that there is a tremendous story about to come here in a second.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. Let's go.
So, Justin,
Yeah.
how's 2019 beating that ass so far?
Well, it's beating that ass pretty damn good. In the state of Ohio, it didn't kick my ass, but the state of Kentucky did.
Ohio.
And what happened is leaving work Friday, I'm driving this old blue poopy car that's got some old style shoe brakes in it, and so it locks up whenever you either hit the brakes a little too hard or just whenever it feels like it. And it was raining slightly and stop and go traffic on 71, and only doing about 3 miles an hour or so, but the brakes locked up and bloop hit the van in front of me. So the person and I pull over to the side of the road, and I see the door pop open real quick. So I'm thinking that somebody, like an old lady, is trying to fall out of this car and get ran over. And so I hurry up and pop open my door and get out of the car, and I walk up to the van. And as I'm walking up, a middle-aged man gets out, and he's okay and everything. But I go to exchange information with him, and I say, hold on, I got my insurance information in the car, and I walk back to my car to go open it up, and the damn thing's locked. Well, I don't know how it locked, but in my hurriedness to get out of the vehicle, I left it running.
That new auto lock feature that is stupid in cars.
Yeah, well, it's an 06, so I doubt it's got that fancy thing, but I probably hit it with my elbow when I was getting out, some dumb shit.
Possibly.
Yeah. So anyways, so my car's running on the side of 71. Yeah, absolutely, like no damage done to the vehicles. But my car's running on the side of 71, parked, locked, and my phone is inside. So the gentleman is nice enough to let me use his phone, try to call my wife. She doesn't pick up because she doesn't recognize the number. And long story short, I was going to break out the window. He wouldn't let me do it. He ended up giving me a ride to Panera Bread down the road, and my wife
Did you get a
picked
bread
me up.
bowl while you were there?
No, I got a fucking lemonade that was delicious.
Was it?
Delicious.
Yo, I was so fucking sick the other day. I straight up called Panera Delivery.
They
And then
deliver?
Kelsey was like,
Apparently.
I'll just get it on my way home. I was like, I just want soup.
Did you get that turkey chili inside of a bread bowl with some cheese on top?
No, I got broccoli
Oh.
cheddar.
I really don't fuck with broccoli cheddar.
I fuck with broccoli cheddar.
Broccoli cheddar is amazing.
I'd rather have potato over
I'm
broccoli
not a big
cheddar.
bread bowl fan though, man.
And you gotta.
You can eat your bowl.
Yeah,
I
dude.
know, but
And
like it just gets so much after so long.
And they put the little core of bread that they take out to put your soup in on the side so you can dunk it while you're eating. Oh,
Yeah.
it's fucking delicious. It's amazing. They changed the game with that shit. You ever make them at home?
No.
Dude, just buy some French bread, like
Dough.
from the store, frozen.
Right.
Thaw that shit out and roll it into a little ball and bake yourself a bread bowl.
Motherfucker.
Oh, it's delicious.
We're always out here. We need to do a culinary show.
Yeah, dude, because the Oreos last time.
Yeah,
man, all
yeah.
types of shit.
What did we change Patrick's life on? I don't know if it was food related. I think it was just life related.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Fucking Hoosier.
So 2019 has been fun start for you so far?
Yes, it has.
Sorry, I've got a heartburn.
It's been pretty nice, except for that one specific incident.
Going back to work didn't help none either.
No, I wasn't ready for that. I'm still going from walking 10 miles a day to being off for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and not walking at all. I think I walked probably the amount of days we were off. I walked the same amount
that you do in
that I
one
do
day.
in one 10-hour shift, and my knees were hurting, my feet were hurting.
Man,
I was just being a little baby bitch.
I was lucky enough not to start chafing until after we were done.
Hey, thankfully for me, I get to do it all over again because I was out cold with bronchitis and shit last week. So yeah, 2019 for me, I learned something so far this year. When your pregnant wife drops her phone off the side of the bed, well, see, all right. So what had happened was we were sitting in bed one night. What had happened was we were sitting in bed one night, and she dropped her phone. And she's like, "Can you get it for me?" And I'm like, "For real? Are you for real?" And she's like, "It's just hard to move." I'm like, "Come on, you beach ball. You can get it." Don't call your pregnant wife a beach ball.
Especially not in that circumstance.
But
Duly noted.
I did get up and go get her phone for her. I felt bad for calling her a beach ball.
Well, you didn't say anything like you would deflate it or anything, did you?
No.
No, okay, good.
And that's the thing. My wife's not fat. She's just got a baby bump. So I was referring to her baby bump, not to her overall
Physique.
overallness.
Overallness.
Well, that just encompassed it even more.
Yeah. Fuck it. Dang, I was supposed to not say fuck so much in 2019.
All good.
But
We still got 10, 11 months left to change that.
here we are. And I've already said it probably 10 times. I thought about one day just going through and trying to edit one of our shows, like cut out all the bad words and things, and I made it like 4 minutes, and I'm like, no.
I'm tired of hitting this beep button.
You mean like an hour plus long podcast turned into 4 minutes, or you mean you made it 4 minutes into it?
No,
I tried
I made
to edit it
Oh.
like where you could put it on TV.
put a clean version out,
Oh.
and then I was sitting there, and I made it through 4 minutes of it, and I'm thinking, good God, I've pushed this button so many times already, and it didn't happen.
Beep, 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 beep.
Pretty much. All right, so this year is 2019, and next year is 2020.
You're going to be 30 next year.
Some of us will be 30 this year.
Hey, man. Don't got to call me out like that.
I didn't. I just said some of us. You
Some
called
reason-
your damn self
Some reason I
out.
already thought you were 30.
No, it's the gray hairs, man. It's the gray hairs.
Yeah, you had your hat off the other day, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. Man, I say that it's like, they're like dandelions. You know how you leave the dandelions out in the yard and they go from like a nice looking yellow? Well, that's what my hair's like whenever I first get it cut, right? It's like golden. Then you let it go 2 weeks and the motherfuckers die and turn white. That's my hair.
I'm just going to throw this out here. So I did the little Instagram video, and then, first show of 2019, I had to move the letters because they blended in with your pants.
Yes.
All right, so next year, we start the 20s all the way over. And I've talked to you about this a little bit because I was like, fuck yeah, we going to bring the Roaring 20s back, bitch. Bet I'm in a 3-piece suit, some wingtips with a Thompson submachine gun and a fedora in this motherfucker. And then I realized, wait, speaking of which, are you in to bring that back with us?
I'm down. I'm
You gonna
totally
get a Tommy
down.
gun at?
You can buy them.
Yeah, you can have them made.
Yeah, they're not cheap,
No.
but
No.
I mean, I've got my 1911 sitting there, so that they toted them then too. Get you a 38 special.
I'd rather walk around with a shotgun. Go like long rifle style shotgun. Fuck it. For real.
Double barrel.
Yeah.
Or no, they usually toted the over under.
With the cockback hammers on the motherfuckers, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm down with that.
So GHB is gonna bring back the Roaring 20s. But then it dawned on me, just thinking about where the Earth is at in this time. We're a lot closer to the 20s than I think people realize, because everything has become so segregated. No, this person hates that person, and all of the fascist hate groups that are running around on Earth now. We're a lot closer to the way we acted 80 fucking years ago, or almost 100 years ago, than I think. It took me like sitting back thinking like, man, yeah, it's gonna be dope. We're gonna run around here looking like some gangsters. Not that we're not already gangster
Chia.
in our white britches. But and then I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, yo, this world is fucked up. We're already there. Like, shit is so bad on planet Earth. How you feel about it, D-Wayne?
Whatever.
Is whatever.
Said it don't bother me in my world. I'm still going to Disney next year.
No.
With
Not
my
this
white
year.
pants.
No, that's why I said next year, not this year.
Oh
Next
yeah,
year.
I'm gonna try.
Oh, I forgot. I did take a vacation in 2018. I took a couple, but we were fortunate enough to be able to take Chase on a little vacation right after Christmas. So that was a good part of 18 too.
And those donuts you sent me a picture of, I was salivating over
Dude,
them.
Man.
I brought some
Man.
home.
So fucking good.
I told D-Wayne, I was like, if I liked you more, I'd charge you $1 for one, but you ain't touching my fryer donuts, bro. It ain't happening. I ate, copious amounts of donuts while I was down there.
I was trying to clean my house up and shit for Christmas, and this motherfucker over sending donuts.
They're just so amazing, man. Fuck Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme ain't got shit on them. I mean, they I don't know what they do, but they caramelize their glaze, so they've got this crispness to them on top of it. And they're not circular. They're shaped like a stop sign almost. And
Like a quadrilogram.
quadrilogram. Ella. So we get into Gatlinburg and we get into we checked into our hotel and everything. And Kelsey's like, so what are we doing first? I'm already halfway to the donut shop. And I was so pissed. We get down there and they only have 5 glazed donuts left. And I was like, damn. So I only got to eat 5 glazed donuts, my first day there.
They won't make any more for you?
No, it's like they make them fresh that morning.
Yeah, they fry them up fresh, and whatever's gone is gone.
Once they're gone, they are gone.
Damn.
So, unfortunately, I only got to eat 5 donuts in my first sitting.
Yeah,
Right.
he didn't.
But
Chase
you made up
didn't.
for it, I'm sure.
Chase didn't get one. Kelsey didn't. The pregnant woman didn't get one.
Man,
It was
she
all
wanted
him.
She didn't even want one.
She
See?
wanted a cinnamon twist.
Yep.
And
No
Chase,
problems
I don't
there.
even remember what he got. He got something fucking weird. And then, I'm just over here holding down the glazed donut department because there is nothing greater in life than a hot, fresh glazed donut.
Yeah, there is a snoogle. A fucking snoogle. It's this beautiful bakery back home called Kidrowski's.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Polish family of some sort. These motherfuckers make these things called snoogles. It's basically
Snoogans.
snoogles, not snoogans.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, but
Better than a reboot, by the way.
these things
Yeah, I know.
it's like pastry dough, and then they put like a cream cheese spread filling inside of it and twist it up and fry it, and then when it comes out, they glaze it.
Hold on a second.
Fucking
Aren't-
delicious.
Aren't all donuts a pastry dough?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because I'm
You can
I'm
make
talking
donuts
like,
out of biscuits, bro.
exactly.
True.
I'm talking like
True.
not so much like a pastry batter. I'm talking like, how whenever you get
Like crescent rolls?
kind of like that, but it almost looks like thin sheets, like egg roll papers.
Right.
You stack like 30 of those together, and it's like, I can't remember what they call it. It's
It
like
gets fluffy.
phyllo something. Yeah, that's pretty much like what pastry sheets or pastry dough is, and that's
Right.
what they start off with. There's other desserts that these Polish people make that use these fucking looking dough sheets, but these snoogles are life changing, especially if you get them whenever they're fresh.
All right. Well, I see a GHB road trip coming up.
Yeah.
One weekend, like we'll drive to Ohio
Yep.
and we'll get a snoogle.
6-hour drive just for some donuts.
Man, you haven't been. He'll have an orgasm in his mouth the whole way back.
But
6-hour long orgasm.
then we're going straight through to Gatlinburg, and you gonna find out about this glazed donut.
I'm down with that. I mean, fuck it.
Here at GHB,
A lot of time in a vehicle with you boys. I don't know if I could do it.
Man, shut up. There's donuts and snoogles involved.
We can take acid. Fuck it.
That took a hard left.
I mean, you don't want
Jake's all about some DMT here lately.
Well, he doesn't want. You don't want to be in a
I don't
vehicle
want to
with
do
us
it.
for 6
I
hours.
just want to give it to you.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he and I can be in the back seat. I mean, dropping acid, fucking doing DMT. Fuck it.
I would like to reiterate.
Yeah,
we
we're not
here
here
at
for drugs.
GHB.
Then again, this is coming after you said that we were gonna be gangster and walk around with Tommy guns.
Hey, I'm
Y'all got
just
some
saying.
international drugs.
Most
Yeah,
mafia
right.
families were against drugs.
Yeah, that's very true.
You don't remember Don Crow? We don't fuck with drugs.
Yeah, but that's because at the time they were making such good money doing a lot less
Gangster things.
Yeah, but it was a lot less violent. You know, you didn't have the street corners being fought over for gambling. I mean, it was a lot more organized than that. Organized crime versus drugs has always been, you know, a thing about violence.
Again, we are a bit of donut connoisseurs here
Don't do drugs.
at GHB. There have been, I can recall quite a few pictures going back and forth between us that had to do with donuts.
Yeah, lots of food.
I'm just going to say, you know, for a quick pick-me-up, Thornton's doesn't do bad,
No, Thornton's donuts are pretty solid.
but they're not Fryer donuts.
But I don't get Krispy Kreme donuts either. My wife don't like them, so I don't get none of those. Sugar and spice donuts are great.
Yeah, those
Dunkin'?
are pretty good. I just had some the other day.
I'm just saying, Dunkin' Donuts, kind of garbage.
Man, I don't remember last time I had Dunkin' Donuts.
Their coffee's good.
Yeah.
But if you, I worked at a Dunkin' Donuts for about 8 months, and if you knew what happened with that coffee, you wouldn't want to drink it. You brew it fresh, and then the timer goes off on it, and instead of brewing another fresh pot like you're supposed to every 45 minutes, you don't do that. You slide the little carafe off the thing, and it lets it reset the little button on it, and then you slide it right back on. So sometimes you get coffee that's 8 hours old in that motherfucker, and you're pouring
Sorry.
it strong right out the window, and nobody else knows.
I was adjusting Justin's mic. No, fuck that. I'm talking the shit you put in your Keurig.
Oh yeah, those are good. See, but I prefer
It was smooth.
I prefer
Or is
Starbucks
that crisp?
K-Cups.
Which one's? Is that Krispy Kreme? Krispy Kreme smooth coffee. I think it might be Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme has coffee?
Dude, this shit's good.
Yeah.
That
Their
shit's,
coffee's good. Like you go to
that
the
shit's good.
store.
It's like a
it's
smooth,
pretty
man. Shit's
solid.
good.
I like a light roast Arabic.
Oh no, then you wouldn't like Krispy Kreme. Their shit's pretty dark. It's like a dark Colombian.
I don't mind a dark Colombian every now and again.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you can lighten it up as much as you want, like obviously with cream of some sort, but
Right.
it was pretty solid. The lady handed it to me out the window, other than the fact that it was hot as fuck, and I didn't believe the little thing that says "caution hot" on it, and I took a big old gulp.
Did
My
you
esophagus
sue?
said it was hot.
Did you sue?
No, man, I don't have time for that shit.
Well, I don't blame you.
Barely have time to take down my Christmas tree, bro.
Mine's still up.
Yeah. Shit, I still turn on the lights at night because my kids love it. I'm like, fuck.
I'm just gonna
I
fucking.
took mine down like 2 days after.
I'm gonna put a damn.
Grinch.
Yeah, but you also had your shit up like the day before Thanksgiving. I'll
I
go
think
back.
it was after.
I'd have to look back through Instagram, but I'm almost positive yours
I didn't
was
put it
up.
on Instagram.
Your wife did,
Oh,
and I'm almost positive
Busted.
that it was before Thanksgiving. I could be wrong.
it might have been. I don't know. I know I did put it up early. It might have
Shit,
been.
Mine was like the week of Christmas.
It
Oh,
might
no
have
shit.
been.
You wait that long to put your shit up?
Usually not, but man, we've just been so fucking busy with stuff this year.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
don't
had the time.
Dude, I don't think I had up Thanksgiving because I remember putting my. I don't know. I have to go back.
And I was doing all that stupid overtime
Yeah, working in the shop.
leading up to Christmas that I was like, nah, bruh, I ain't about that life at all. And now at this point, I'm just going to put a damn rabbit head on it and call it an Easter tree.
Yeah, I mean, my father-in-law usually leaves his up until sometime in June or July. But that's also, according to my wife, why he has such bad luck at times, because it goes against Christianity. Christians think that there's a certain window directly after Christmas where you're supposed to take down your tree, or it invites negative spirits into your life of some sort. And
How can something as glorious as a Christmas tree invite anything negative?
I don't know, man. Christians are whack, dude. They have
Well, damn.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're hypocrites. They're people that read the
Christians
book
are
and say that
whack,
this
bro.
isn't true. That's not true. Did you know that the 25th isn't actually the supposed day that Jesus was born? You know why
No.
they picked the
It was-
25th?
It was
Sometime in
sometime
August,
Christmas,
wasn't
or
it?
sometime in the summer.
But why? I don't know why.
The reason why they picked the
25th
25th is because it's to say, I mean, back in the day, it was the longest and the coldest night of the year. So by introducing Jesus as being born at that time, it was like a light was being brought in, and that's why whenever you light candles, like you're supposed to light a candle on Christmas Day to symbolize Jesus as the Christ is being born, and they say that that lighting of the candle is symbolism of Jesus being born, and it brings warmth and light into your world and into your house, which on the longest and coldest day of or night of the year, that's why they say that that's when Jesus was born.
How cold does it actually get in the Middle East, though?
I don't know, man. Jerusalem and shit. I'm sure
I'm
it's
just gonna,
chilly.
I'm just gonna throw that out.
I'm pretty
there,
sure
bro.
probably at nighttime
I mean,
it gets
yeah,
cold as
it
It was
fuck.
cold
Yeah.
as fuck in Afghanistan. I don't know about over in Jerusalem or Mecca or wherever.
Pretty sure it's like a good 50 to 60 degree drop during.
Oh yeah,
It is the whole
Day
you
and
know
night.
Yeah, it
desert.
is.
Yeah.
and it snows too. It's cold, man. It snows.
For real?
Yeah,
Like up in the mountains and shit.
even not in the mountains. We were somewhere that wasn't even in the mountains, and it snowed. Not often. It only snowed once. We had gotten there sometime in April. It was, and it was like a rainy, drizzly
April it was?
sleet. In April it was okay, and there was some snow flying, man, and it was chilly. It's fucking cold. And but then whenever the sun comes out,
kind of cool to see in the desert though.
oh, it was really neat, especially whenever like you're driving past these fucking mini mountains that they like glisten purplish blue, kind of like the color of those monsters that you drink. And the light hits them the right way, and it looks like some fancy, cool fucking rock, but it's really not. It's just like some poop rock that's been shit on for thousands and thousands of years. And then you got some snow in the background, and you look up at the tall mountains, and it's, you know, all wispy, cloud-like over the top, and you see the snow on it. It was really cool, man. It was like the most beautiful place I've ever been. Also the most dangerous place I've ever been, but
It's like, it was so beautiful.
yeah.
Other than the, you know, potential for flying bullets and death.
Yeah.
Other than that,
It was nice.
I'd go back for vacation.
Yeah, I mean, if they were to put like resorts there, kind of like they do like down in Mexico in certain places, I
Well,
think it
I
would
mean,
definitely have tourism.
That's like if you look back at like Afghanistan.
I don't know
and-
if it's direct tourism. I don't know.
I mean, what?
People know when
got
they
some
Abu
killer-
Dhabi.
people know when you
And
go
they
to
got some
Mexico.
killer heron over there, man. Who wouldn't go over there? You take a vacation?
People know when they go to Mexico to resort, you don't leave the resort.
Yeah, and you don't drink
But-
the water unless it's bottled. But I mean, you go to Afghanistan. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You walk away like Bo
You
Bergdahl,
get
and
fucked by a
yeah,
goat.
and yeah, well, I mean that too.
You
Nah,
may
man,
fuck
them
the
goats
goat.
are mangy as fuck. You don't want to get touched by them things.
But if you look back through history, as recent as like the 60s and 70s, Afghanistan was beautiful. Grass and these pretty water features, and then terrorists moved to town and things went by the wayside.
Well, it also too. I mean, their economy doesn't have anything to
No,
balance a backbone on. I mean, and their infrastructure is so minuscule. I mean,
right.
you still have sewage ditches running down the middle of your village.
Yeah, you got a motherfucker, you're washing your clothes in a creek and 10 foot up. You know, another dude's taking a shit in the same creek.
Yeah, and then washing a dead animal that they're going to hang out in the meat market for
Right.
the whole day, hoping the flies don't eat it all, you know.
Right. But, I mean, you talk about tourism in the Middle East. Look at Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
Mm-hmm. Booming.
Dubai is gangster.
Motherfuckers
a
wipe
lot
their ass with
different than
$1,000
Afghanistan.
bills.
It's not that far. I mean, it's right next door. I mean, you're probably talking a few hundred miles, but it's still within the
Big
same.
difference.
I mean, it's no different than us getting in the car and driving to Florida. Because you got to think, man, I mean, the entire Middle East, like what is considered the Middle East, could probably fit in half of the United States.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Somebody
Could
Google
possibly
that.
be. Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds correct. It sounds like it would make sense.
Too
It
much
does.
to Google.
it could fit within the United States. So you got to figure that, I mean, you drive from one side of the country to the other, I don't know, and probably take you like a week and a half to drive from California to the East Coast. I don't know. I've never done it. I have
And
no
that'd take
desire.
probably 8 to 10 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guarantee you could drive from one side of the Middle East to the other in probably less.
I don't know about. I mean, it would be hard because with the
With the
roadways and stuff,
terrain
yeah,
and
the terrain,
all of
and
that.
then getting stopped and shaken down, and
But
border patrols and shit. And the bombs on the side of the road that you hopefully don't hit and kill your family while you guys are
Right.
singing Hanukkah songs and shit.
oh, look at the dip.
Gone.
Well, and on that day, they did not see the deer.
Nope. No, they didn't, and the deer bit him in the ass.
Boom. What do you got, Googler?
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain because I'm not giving an exact answer. But it's got a map, and I mean, the way they do it, I can show you. Some
Yeah,
of
like a
it's-
map overlay.
I guess. I mean, if you
I
try,
mean,
maybe the same size as the United States, if you try to compact it in, give or take,
Right.
a little bit smaller than
yeah.
the U.S.
So roughly.
But- I mean,
That
if you
was
compact it in, maybe about the same size, if not.
That was a good
very
ass
small.
guess. That
Yeah,
was a
that
good
was.
ass.
I mean, and
guess.
that's why I said I couldn't say no and I couldn't say yes because it seemed pretty legit to me. I mean, thinking about it in my little pea brain, made sense. And I mean, you weren't too far off, really.
And the sad part is, Justin's probably the smartest one out of us.
No, that's not true.
Kelsey's getting together GHB Jeopardy.
Well, I'm down. See,
I
I'll
can't wait for that.
kick some ass in Jeopardy.
Lord. It's based off of 3rd and 4th grade knowledge, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
This man had to do his son's spelling homework. He sent me to me, said spelling. I'm like, hey, you're fucked.
man, it was just sight words, and it's easy stuff. I think the longest word was with or they.
Thought it was great. I was like, fuck yeah.
It's easy. I can spell simple things.
Out of all the homework you got to help your kid on.
Try me.
Try you with what?
A word.
Why? We've done proven that plenty of times.
Try me.
Baloney.
BOLOGNA.
Very
Look
good.
at him. It's because he probably sees it 20 times a day in the
Yeah,
fridge.
man, the bologna
No.
in the fridge.
I just remember the song. My baloney has a first name. Anyway,
So what do you
What
think
the
of when
fuck,
you hear
eh?
banana?
that Gwen Stefani
A-N-A-N-A,
song.
yes. That shit is bananas.
what I was going for.
That's funny.
Bananas in pajamas.
Running down the stairs.
Exactly. Man, Europe-
Dwayne over here.
Europe fucking has some weird ass cartoons though. That was a British cartoon.
That was
the
really.
bananas in pajamas.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm. They have some weird shit. Like, and you look at.
So do we. Look at the fucking Teletubbies.
Yeah, but
I
how
thought
you gonna,
that was Canadian.
how you gonna say it's
Oh,
weird?
I
Like
got no-
maybe
No,
our stuff's weird to
No,
them.
I'm not meaning weird in a bad way,
Because
but
you know, like numerous shows we have.
yeah,
Like The Office, they got their own British version,
right.
and then there's one called Being Human that I used to watch on Netflix. It's about like a werewolf, vampire, ghost.
I'm not
They got a
saying
UK version.
weird in a bad way, but like just the premise of it, it seems so simple, and you're sitting back and you're like, why didn't I ever think about dressing a banana in pajamas?
Well, because you would have went and told somebody about it, and they would have looked at you and fucking laughed. And then after you walked out the door, that's probably what happened. The person that originally
Right.
came up with it probably
Is
got
not
laughed
the
out of the
one
building.
They got the credit.
And then they started thinking about it, just like in the movie Elf. Whenever they're like, they're pitching all these ideas to the little fucking midget, and then he finally gets pissed off and he leaves his pocketbook, and he's got a story about a grape or whatever it was, or an apricot or whatever. And they're like, this motherfucker's making fun of us for talking about kiwis, and he's over here got bananas and fucking apples in his book. That's how it goes.
That's why I spend so much time in here coming up with shit. Like, I don't tell nobody nothing. I'll hit you with a text message, bruh. And he's like, God damn it, what has he done now?
Glow in the dark toilet seat. It was worth millions. Millions.
Heated toilet seats, man. I'd been thinking about that since way back, and then lo and behold, somebody has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of some shit too.
Oh well.
Shit, they got toilet
I
seats
thought
now
about-
that when it senses you walking into the room, the motherfuckers lift up.
What if you got a shit though?
I know, man. I'd be pissed. I'd kick that motherfucker right back down.
I thought about
Bitch.
coming up with like beer pong and cornhole, and then like a couple of years after, I seen it on Facebook.
What were you gonna call it though?
Beer hole.
I don't know. I
That's
never
nice.
thought of a name.
Pong hole.
Me and a buddy were supposed to
That's
get
a good
together
one.
and try to
Corn
do it
pong.
ourselves, and then like a couple years after, we talked about it and never did it. I seen it and I'm like, damn.
See, but there's
But nobody plays it, so I guess I wouldn't have made much money off of it.
But I mean, it's got a niche market, and those people that are into the niche market and niche games, they would have definitely given you support.
mostly hipsters and skinny jeans.
Yeah, and college kids. Yeah. You got 2 out of the 3.
Oh God! But I'm just saying though, there's so much shit in the world. Like I saw this one shit at Walmart. It's a light that mounts on the bottom of your toilet seat. So in the middle of the night when you get up to pee, you don't have to blind yourself by turning on the large overhead light. You just lift that seat up, and it has a little target. It like projects down onto the water as a cross-haired target. I'm like, that's
Man, that's a bad idea. You get
gangster.
somebody in there tripping out, and that motherfucker shines on their dick. Who's shooting? Who's shooting?
and it shines into the water, not on your pee-pee.
Yeah, but I mean, who's gonna say that you don't mount it wrong? You don't calibrate it right. That's why you just put a fucking nightlight in there, man. One of those light sensing, one of those light sensing night lights. We got them in our bathrooms at home. Whenever the lights go out and it gets dark enough, nightlight shines. You don't got to turn on any lights because I'm fanatical about that shit. I yell at my kids in the middle of the night. I see that light turn on. I say, "Oh, shut the fucking light off."
I'm a gangster. I just walk in there pitch-ass black and hope I hit the hole.
Yeah, me too sometimes. But I mean,
And
there's
then you
also a
piss
trash
in
can
it.
right next to
Right.
it. So if you miss the toilet, you're bound
And
to hit
then,
the trash can.
You know,
If
all of a
not,
sudden
it's the
you're
tub's
pissing in the
next.
can. Yeah. So
Close enough.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
If not, you can blame it on the dog, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, because my dog doesn't fit
No, oh,
between
yeah,
the
I didn't think
toilet
about
and
that.
no, his ass, fat motherfucker. I'm mad at him right now. Anyway, we're not on speaking terms. I don't remember why, but he knows I'm mad at him, so we're just gonna leave it at that.
He's keeping his distance for a reason.
Yeah. But talking about all these random ideas that people have had, you see a new product being advertised constantly, and it's just simple things. It's like, man, that's a really good idea. How come there's no originality left in movies or TV? How come everything's a reboot? And don't take that wrong, because I know that you were going to say something about the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Oh,
I wasn't.
but that's Kevin Smith bringing back some of his own characters. Every fucking movie's a remake.
But what about that thing
TV
you told
shows
me
are a
that you heard
remake.
Kevin Smith say? I think you said it was him. Like, was it like with the whole Toy Story thing? It's like you spent all this money to create it, so why not reuse it?
Oh, creating the templates.
Yeah.
That's why you see in like the Pixar movies, you'll see similar scenery or similar characters. You might see a Toy Story character pop up in a Monsters Incorporated movie because they've already spent these buku millions
Yeah.
to create this template.
Yeah. And it's not going to change the overall scheme of the movie, so why not throw it in
No.
there? We've already built it. Yeah.
Change the coloration or the lighting a little bit,
Yeah.
and you go from Andy's room to Sully's dorm room in college,
Yeah.
The only thing I hate when they do with movies
or
is like
something like that.
so you had the Jungle Book live action come out a couple years ago. It was solid.
Yeah, it was a really good
And
movie.
then all of a sudden on Netflix,
yeah,
you
Mowgli.
got Mowgli. And it's like, why do you keep doing this stuff? It's like, cause,
I like the Mowgli, though.
dude, I watched it. It's dark.
Yeah, it is. It's
And-
really
and
dark. It's
I'm
cool.
like, whoa.
It's a different spin on it.
And I looked it up, and like that's what they're trying. Apparently, that was like the way the book was,
Oh, really?
The original Jungle Book.
like the actual book that you read
Was more like that
was
than it
more
was
like
the
Mowgli
cartoon.
in a way. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Wait, what book is that? Because he's got the Jungle Book, and it's
It's based off an actual book.
Badness. That's what I was asking. Like the original book before Disney got a hold of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rudy Kipling or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I know
I
what you're
was
talking
like, but I was reading into it, I'm like, why? And apparently they had this planned like back when the live action was coming out, but it got pushed off. And somebody picked it up and sold it to Netflix. But that shit was dark. But I hate when they do that though, because like, all right, so when Hercules with The Rock was coming out, then you had to make The Legend of Hercules with, I don't even remember his name, it's just some buff dude. It was solid.
Some
but
buff dude.
I can't think of his name. I mean, dude's, reminds me of Ryan Brown. Oh, name dropped. Whoops.
Motherfucker.
But anyways, so like, but it's just like, why do y'all keep doing these little small, low budgeted films for the high budget ones?
I don't know, man. That's
So
a
dumb.
hard. That could be a,
So, like,
a
and
longly
then you had-
debated topic, really.
So was it No Strings Attached with Ashton Kutcher
Mhm.
and Natalie Portman? Then you had Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. Damn near the same fucking storyline. Come out at the same time.
Dude, where's my car? Completely different. Sorry. I just wanted to
I'm trying to figure out where that was going.
It wasn't.
Oh.
I just
But I'm
wanted
just
to take
like-
a hard left.
I like, dude.
but,
Where's my
but
car?
I'm going off. I like it too. But I'm going off like your originality thing. Like
No, I get what you're saying.
You keep coming out with all these different things. Yeah, you add your little spin to it, but it's still the same
Here is a
thing.
perfect example. Look at every movie from 2002 to like 2006. Every one of them, not another teen movie. Every single teen-based movie was the exact same, from John Tucker Must Die to Mean Girls to not another teen. Now, not another teen movie
was funny as fuck. It's like a scary movie.
It got kind of raunchy in places.
It's
like
like
when
a
a
scary
dildo
movie.
flopped out and
Yeah.
landed in the cake.
I thought that shit was
slapping
funny, man.
around.
It's just like a joke on all of them because you had like Vampires Suck for Twilight. That shit was funny.
No,
That shit had me rolling.
I mean, and parody movies are good, but like we were talking about, everything follows almost the same storyline as everything else that's popular at that time. And if there's not a real popular genre at that time, well, hold on.
Be like Liam Neeson and play the same role in every single fucking movie too.
Matthew McConaughey. All right. I don't care what movie he is in. He is always Matthew McConaughey in every movie.
Yeah.
The character does
But
not differentiate.
But it
No.
works though.
Yeah.
It does, but that's probably because he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he can
and
play the Rico Suave.
Most people don't give a fuck what his acting's like. It's
Yeah.
just a bunch of women sitting there.
Yeah.
Brad
and
Pitt.
they're all like somewhat of chick flick films.
Now, Brad Pitt was a good actor, though, until he got weird. I blame Angelina for that.
Yeah.
Debate me.
I don't have any grounds to stand on, really. I mean, I liked him in Troy.
He was solid
Probably
in
one of
Troy.
my
I watched
favorite-
Fury a while back, dude. That shit
Interview
was
with the
solid.
Vampire
He's
was
solid
pretty
in Fury,
gangster,
too.
too.
Benjamin Button.
I didn't get to see that. I
That's
watched
really good.
pieces and parts.
Yeah, but then there was another movie with some lady where she just didn't age.
The Age of Adeline.
Yeah,
That was a
that's it.
solid fucking movie, though. It's a chick. I know I got a little excited, but that was a solid movie.
Not as bad as normal. Yeah, but again, all right, well, Benny
That had a nice-
ages backwards. This lady just stops aging. So she's like 110 throwing that ass at a 30-year-old, but she only looked like she was
And then
30.
And then the dude she
She like
hooked
take a
up.
pill or something?
No, she
got
had a
into
car
car
wreck.
wreck and then
Lightning struck.
something with molecular mDNA or
So she had to change her.
Something.
She had to change her identity every so often, and then she ends up breaking a rule, falls for a guy that ends up being the dude she fell in love with years ago.
back in like the 60s and shit.
Shows up at the
What the
house, and
fuck?
he's like, and it's got Harrison Ford.
Bitch, I know you.
He's like, Adeline, and then she's like, no, that was my mother though, and then like it leads up to him finding out, and then her daughter's like,
Damn.
her daughter's
daughter's-
old as hell, and it's actually a really good movie.
And then she gets into another car wreck and starts aging again.
Yeah. It shows that a year later she sees the gray hair and gets happy, and then boom, yeah.
So she's like an old ass lady in a 30-year-old body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we recreate this? 'Cause I
don't
think
know.
that lady would have one hell of a story to tell.
I don't know, but it's pretty
What
good.
was the
though.
lady that played in that movie?
It's Blake Lively,
Yeah.
Oh,
just
really?
Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Hit her on Twitter.
Yeah.
See what she says. See what the story is.
Hmm.
I don't think it was based off of a true story.
No,
No, but that's still.
but it's
Still.
pretty. It's a pretty good movie though. I liked it.
All right. So who is ready to take an incredibly?
Left Turn.
Oh no, man! We're just
Oh, I was over here
taking
waiting,
a
almost
straight
passed out.
nosedive into a deep, dark, weird area. So I was listening to satellite radio yesterday, listening to the good old Howard Stern show. And they were talking about religions, certain religion. Well, I think I'm pretty sure all religions agree that premarital sex is a no-no. My voice is kind of raspy and hurting a little bit. Sorry. Premarital sex is a no-no. And everybody's always trying to find a way around stuff. So apparently there is an act called soaking. Either you boys ever heard of this?
Yeah, I soak bread inside of a egg mixture before I make French toast. That's the only kind of soaking I know of.
Yeah.
No.
What the fuck you talking about? Is this like test driving a car?
In essence, I guess, but apparently it's commonly practiced. Hold on, I'd actually done some research on this.
While you're
one.
looking it up, have you seen the
already got
new?
it.
Oh, let me say, never mind.
Have you already seen the new what?
Teen challenge they got going around.
New what?
The new little challenge, millennial challenge thing they're doing now.
No.
You know, like they had eating the Tide Pods,
Eating
Snorting
dirty
condoms.
socks, yeah.
Now
Butt chugging.
they are used or new. They are boiling tampons and drinking it. Because apparently something within the tampon can get you drunk or have drug-like actions to it.
Okay, hold your water. New or used?
Yes.
Why would you? I mean, a box of fucking Tampax is $5. I don't know.
Yeah, but a dumpster's worth of used ones is free. I mean, you look at it both ways, and you can either have white wine or you have red. You know what I mean? It's
AIDS
the best of
lasts
both
a
worlds.
lifetime,
But
though.
apparently, like it's something in it. You boil it, and brings it out in the water. You drink it, and it gets you drunk, or
Yeah,
It's gotta
it's
be a
probably
college
the
thing.
plastic
or it has like
value.
acid or some kind
in
of
it.
like stuff to it. Like, yeah, I thought that was crazy.
formaldehyde, I'm sure, something like that. I mean, shit. You ever dipped a cigarette in formaldehyde and smoked it?
Man,
No.
Blows your mind. Blows your mind.
I was watching that Drugs Incorporated, and I text old D-Wayne. I'm like, yo, what was it I was trying to talk you into that time?
There's no telling, dude.
Mescaline?
No, it wasn't mescaline. Fuck, I can't remember.
Molly?
You try to talk me into doing all
No.
kinds of stupid shit.
They soaked cigarettes in it. It wasn't formaldehyde.
Like embalming fluid, formaldehyde?
No, it wasn't that. It was something else.
Oh.
And it's something that's right on the tip of my tongue, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot that I forgot it.
I feel like we talked about this once upon a time.
We probably did. Hold on.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. PCP.
Yeah.
Damn, why couldn't I think of PCP?
Man, every time I hear PCP, I think the old Dave Chappelle skit with Wayne Brady.
I text this man, and I'm like, yo, you trying to start selling PCP soaked cigarettes? Fuck, you spend $4 and some change on a pack of cigarettes and flip them for 10 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we do not promote drug use here at GHB.
Well, not
But
at all.
if you've got to line your pockets, you've got to line your
Angel's
pockets.
dust.
Okay, so anyway, back to soaking. I'm gonna butcher this word. This has become a common phenomenon with certain groups of Christians, predominantly Mormons, who try to circumvent the laws of chastity, which in fact does not work. It actually says that. You think soaking, like, man, I think I'm gonna go soak in the hot tub. No, the art of having sex without thrusting. When a couple sticks it in and just leaves it there to soak.
So kind of like I'm gonna stick it in their butt and go to sleep.
It kind of. And then there was somebody that called in. He said that he was formerly Mormon. I guess he got out of the Mormonism.
Yeah, he woke up.
Yeah. And he said that he went to BYU for his freshman year, which is a, Mormon college. He said, along with soaking, guys have their friends and they do what's called jumping. So this dude's laying here with his meat just sitting inside this chick.
And his friends all jump on the fucking mattress.
Yeah, because if you're not the one
Yeah.
thrusting,
Dear
it
God, I'm not
doesn't-
moving. My penis is moving itself.
Wow.
My buddies are helping me. Jump faster, boys. Jump faster.
Right now,
I'm just soaking. It's okay.
now. Here's my question. First off,
How do you come and not get it in there if you're just soaking?
I guess you don't. Come. I don't know.
You better. There ain't no point in soaking if you don't fucking at least get the nut. What the fuck?
But here's
Told
my
you, man.
question.
Christians are whack, dude. I said that shit earlier.
It's like, okay, so we're boys, right? So I'm just gonna lay here. I'm gonna need you to bust in and start jumping on the bed. First off, I don't want to see your dick.
You won't. It's soaking.
Yeah.
True.
I'll jump on the bed
You'll
for a
see her.
motherfucker. You want to soak? I'll come jump, man.
You'll
I'm
see
a
her.
good jumper.
I got you, bro.
You'll see her.
I'm a good jumper, man. I might even do that cannonball splash, the real big one.
Puncture a bitch's cervix.
Or have a waterbed.
Oh shit. Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting which I mean people back in high school there was this girl. She was fucking weird. She was just a Titanic whore. And I'm not a whore. I'm still a virgin. You swallowed every dick from freshman to senior class almost. I don't think it counts.
So she is the one that said, like, I just take it in the butt. I'm still a virgin.
No, she would just blow people.
Oh, well then, yeah,
constantly.
she's still a virgin.
I've
Ain't nothing
had
wrong
2
with that.
out of my 3 holes filled, but I'm still a virgin. Does
There's
that
more
count?
than 3.
It depends.
Oh, she's not a sir.
But that's my question. Does that count?
Well, you mean which one? The soaking or the I'm a whore but I'm not a whore?
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I don't think either of them count. I mean, that's just like saying
No.
like I'm gonna close my eyes and fuck 10 people. You
it
know,
doesn't count
I
if it's dark.
never had sex though. You know,
It doesn't count if it's dark. But how do people even come to this determination?
you're a
That-
troubled mind, man.
Well, I mean, I guess if you just slide it in my butt.
And we act like we're sleeping, although we're not enjoying it.
No, not soaking, like just rail them in the butt.
Oh.
But you didn't put it in their snatch, so they're still considering themselves a virgin.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but
Isn't
I mean,
the act of
if you
sex
came at
where-
me 10 years ago and said, "Hey, I'm a virgin, will you put it in my butt?" I'd probably be like, "Yeah, sure, let's keep that hymen's tight," you know? Fuck that. I won't ruin your money play down the road, you know?
Well, I'm just saying though, isn't any sexual act kind of
I mean,
because
but then again, you could be
virginity-
a 10-year-old kid jacking off in your closet hiding from your mom. I mean, and
either way? I mean,
But that doesn't mean you lost your virginity.
a
No.
virgin is about purity.
Yeah. It's a state of mind.
not necessarily the act.
Yeah.
So if you do anything sexually, that interrupts the purity, doesn't it?
Yes
Oh,
and
damn
yes and no.
cat
I
back in.
think it's a state of mind. You know what I mean? I feel like in your state of mind, if you are a virgin, it means that you haven't partaken in consensual sex. Or I mean, I guess if someone's raped, then I guess they're
Well,
technically not a virgin. But I don't.
physically, no.
But I mean, nowadays you go to a gynecologist and you have to get your pap smears and your lap smears and all those other things. So who's to say physically whether or
Crack
not you
smears.
are or aren't? Yeah, I mean, shit.
I think if your gynecologist busts your shit open, you may need to find a different gynecologist.
Well,
these
but I
days.
mean, they have
they're
to.
getting a little heavy-handed, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and their fingers are growing longer purposely, and that's why they pass it down to
Two
their
things.
son. And
2 things. One, real quick, going off topic. The armor truck thing, they're thinking he was a part of it. He's
Mhm.
still missing.
Yep.
2, did you hear about the woman that was in a 14-year-old? Well, she's still in a coma. Been in a coma for
Oh,
14 years and pregnant.
It's like, wait a second.
So y'all talking about
I'm
consensual
visiting my
sex? Talking
grandmother.
about consensual sex and all this stuff, like that just popped in my head. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. You know how many sick fucks could have possibly been like, "Oh, I'm gonna go visit here to visit my grandmother. I'm
And-
on the family sheet and shit."
And the thing is,
Yeah, just like that.
and the thing is, they're like, she's been on around the clock care.
Yeah.
So there's no telling whose kid it could be.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Because there's constantly somebody in and out of there
Yeah.
all the time.
and it could just be a sick motherfucker that jacked off into a cup for days and weeks and took a turkey baster and was like, "Ooh, and nobody's watching. I'm gonna impregnate this woman and send a mass chaos into the nursing home," which is fucked up. But at the same time, kudos to you, man. That was kind of cool thought, you know. I would like to see. I mean, for science studies, what's gonna happen? Is her body gonna allow this baby to be born?
It already was.
It already-
The baby's
yeah.
born for
They
real.
didn't know that she was pregnant until she went into fucking labor.
No way, you don't see the fucking stomach starting to get a little bit bigger and bigger?
Probably all covered
know.
up and stuff. I don't know.
Damn, I want to look into this. That shit's pretty dope. I just heard that, she had gotten pregnant and she had been in a coma for years and years. I didn't know that she had the little.
No, the only
fetus.
way they knew that she was pregnant is because there was starting to be some sort of reaction on her medical, like,
Her vitals test?
Yes.
and
I have to
shit?
reread the article. But
yeah, pretty much her vitals started changing and they couldn't figure it out. And they're like, we got a problem with her.
I mean, did she wake? Did she
Houston?
wake up
No,
afterwards?
no, she's still in a coma.
Well, then this might be the
My thing
reincarnation of Jesus. Don't doubt it. You never know.
Immaculate conception.
Was her name Mary Magdalene?
I don't think.
No,
I think it was Mary Johansson.
Well, that's close enough, and still.
But on that topic, on the second coming of Jesus, all right, so the Vatican City, the all holy Vatican City,
Yeah, where the Pope plays with the pussy.
possibly. Now, the Vatican City has catacombs under it, and it holds all kind of information.
Mm-hmm.
They say there's everything from porn to it's pretty much like a revamp of the Library of Alexandria. It's supposed that it holds every bit of information from, like I said, porn to emails, text messages, everything. Now, under the Freedom of Information Act, you can request to go and search the libraries of the Vatican, but you have to know exactly what you're looking for. And then they're like, well, yeah, we have it. And then somebody goes with you directly there. Keep your eyes forward. Don't look at anything else. Now, rumor has it that within the libraries of the Vatican, it possibly holds the true bloodline of Jesus.
Really?
Because if you think about it, and I'm not knocking religion by any means, I don't go to church on Sunday, but I think that religion has become too commercialized. Like, why do you got an ATM in the lobby? Peace and solace seems to be sold to the highest bidder at
Well,
this
it's not
point.
that, but look at like these big ass churches. You got that Joel Osment or whatever on TV.
Joel Osteen?
Oh, yeah, Osteen, whatever.
What was
And
it
then
on
you got-
Christmas vacation? Sent all of his money to that preacher that ended up screwing the hockey player.
Then you got Southeast Christian, which is huge, just
I
big
go
as
there.
fuck.
Yeah,
It's like,
stupid
why
big.
do you need a church that big?
I don't know, man. Since you don't have to look at the preacher, you can just lean back and look up at the monitors. That's what I
See,
do.
I can remember going to
Mm.
church with my grandparents when I was a kid. It was a 2-room church. At one point, the women went and did women Bible study, and the men stayed in the other part. And my grandma would always get mad because she'd come back, and me and my grandpa would be asleep. But what I was saying, though, Jesus was born. And then you don't see him again till he's like 30.
Well, it's because he was traveling.
Yeah, but even in the stories of the Bible, there's a big ass gap there. Like, you don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you know that? And that's probably going to sound super sacrilegious of me to say, but how do you know that Jesus didn't reproduce? And could you imagine
What kind of stuff did he do maybe when he was a kid growing up? If he had all these powers to do this and that, what are things he could have done when he was growing up?
And he worked under his dad, who was a carpenter. Yeah.
I thought he just thought he was a regular person for a long time, and then he realized that he had these powers.
I don't know, man. That's hard. I mean, maybe he did bust it in a chick, and she fucking sailed up into an angel, and
could you imagine
away.
The frenzy
magic
that the world would go into if, in fact, there is the bloodline of Jesus, and all of a sudden you're tracing his bloodline, and you go through, Ancestry.com, and holy shit, Dwayne is Jesus' great second nephew.
Yeah, obviously Jesus didn't soak,
or wear skinny jeans.
But I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it is there.
No, but it would be crazy
because nobody, I guess, outside the Pope and the Cardinal Bishop or whatever, Bishop Don Magic Wine, nobody
know about it. But yeah, but that would change the whole. But here's the thing: if they know about it, then how come their beliefs haven't changed?
What do you mean,
dude?
Like because the Pope and the Cardinals know about it?
Yeah. How come they're still trying to do all those positions? Because then what's the point?
Because that goes back to the whole. That goes all right.
Commercialism part, I guess.
Right there is a Bible right beside you. Why that's in this room of all rooms in this house, I don't know. But that's the New Testament. The Romans kind of took out and left what they wanted from the original Bible script. It's like the whole thing with the Dead Sea Scrolls and everything else. We don't know what the original Bible said because once the Library of Alexandria was burned, there were no copies of that shit. It wasn't like today where, GHB sits down and writes a book, which would be fucking awesome.
I'm down.
And then all of a sudden, I contact this
Thank
guy.
God for spell check for Jake.
Right. No, I'm not spell checking shit, bro. That would take away the realism. But you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we could have 500 copies of it.
Yeah.
Making copies back then wasn't that easy.
No.
So how do we know what was real?
There's a lot of spoken word, kind of like how we have stories about Indians, Native Americans, things like that. It was a lot of spoken word.
The story of legend.
Yeah. Folklore.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm a believer, but I'm also a realist.
My dad's just like, the Bible's just a history book.
Yeah, but that goes back to what I said. When the Romans got a hold of everything, when the Romans came to power, the Romans took out shit that they didn't want in it.
Yeah.
They added certain things.
He likes to add, like, what if Jesus wasn't a real person if he was just an alien?
See, man,
because when he died and came back to life, you saw a big bright light. What typically happens from all these people that talk about aliens?
Yeah, but you see the bright light when your ass about to die too.
It's just something he likes to pull up.
No, and I mean that's another thing. That I was watching this like Ancient Aliens or some shit. I think it was called. And they're talking about all these little like Mayan rock figures and, oh, well, this looks like a breathing apparatus and this, that, and the next. And, this is supposed to be a sculpture of a bird, but it looks like it has a tail wing. And these look like thrusters and everything else. So how do we know the gods they were praying to weren't aliens? And I'm sitting here thinking, well, if I was an alien, I probably would have checked Earth out back then because they know fucking way I'm coming to it now.
Yeah, I mean, there was no population here. You could have been the one to colonize it and take it over.
True.
If they wanted to and if they were real, I mean, how come we don't sit down and drink
Break
Slurpees
bread.
with them? I mean, yeah, I'll drink a Slurpee with an alien.
Look how
it could just be something
fucked up Earth is.
Could be something simple and stupid. Look at haha. Ben Franklin made the first bong.
Oh, yeah. This, in fact, was America's first bong. sitting here hitting on a bong with Ben Franklin.
Yeah, getting toasted.
Which, I mean, back then, though, they smoked hemp, like, regularly. So our founding fathers were blazing the magic lettuce.
It wasn't so magic, but I mean,
it
gave you a little euphoria.
That's the
the
whole
Indians doing peyote and everything else too.
That's the whole conversation about the legalization of marijuana. About technically they're wanting to consider it a semi-synthetic, and I've even made comments to the fact that I can dig them saying that, because if you take a seed and plant it in the ground and let it grow naturally, a natural supplement, you're talking 3 to 5% THC.
Nah, man. Check out Narcos Mexico. That motherfucker came up with Sensamiga. He ended up coming up with shit that was like
shout out to
super
Johnny
potent.
Boone.
Yeah, I could see why you would lean towards semi-synthetic and stuff. But
nowadays, now back then it was just cross-pollination, which is natural.
Yeah.
But the shit they do to it now.
Yeah, but look at our vegetables that are on the fucking Walmart shelves.
True.
All GMOs, a lot of food we have in it has GMOs in it. I mean, that's
don't
genetically
necessarily-
modified. That's modifying things genetically. It might not be made in a beaker in some sterile lab, every box of cereal, but somewhere, some way, there are products and elements of it that have been made like that.
I think I'm more against like the oils and shit. Not the CBD oils, but some of these like 98% THC.
Why? They get you so stoned.
That's a fucking science experiment,
Yeah,
bro.
and then you get
nothing natural about that.
What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to have a science experiment go on in your brain. That's all you do.
But what if somebody fucks up the process of making it, and all of a sudden they didn't like heat out all of the butane, and then you take a big old lick off of this, and it's the last euphoria you feel before your fucking body shuts down and you die.
Well, I mean, alcohol is the same thing. You had people making moonshine back in the day, and that shit was horrible. I mean, people go blind, people die. So what's going to happen whenever you take that last beautiful hit out of a nice cartridge and you're getting that 98% THC that hits your brain and you tingle in and shit and your balls feel good? Your family's going to get paid when you croak. That's what's going to happen. Because these companies are going to have insurance and they're going to pay out. Yeah, they will.
Because it's not insured federally.
Oh, not currently. Yeah, no, not currently. But, I mean, in the long run, I think that's the end game. I really do.
Kentucky's got a bill made up to get medical marijuana
medical.
passed.
Yeah. I mean, and they've been...
I'm not against medical by any means. I think, like I've said before on the show, though, that I think recreational is going to eventually cause more problems.
But it's going to come next. Watch. Give it,
and not only that,
2 to 5 years with this medical bill, and then I guarantee it's going to become recreational. It's going to be like California and
one thing that
Colorado.
I don't agree with, though, and I'm going to sound like an asshole for saying this, but I don't care. All right, so you've got these motherfuckers. Not everybody. A lot of people that are on government assistance need the government assistance. Old people, people that were disabled due to, injury or, accidents,
medical
war.
Births, things
but
like
you've
that.
got just some people that are just lazy, sloppy fuckers, whatever, that just live off of the government, that live off of the tax dollars. My tax dollars is going to buy your weed for you?
No, there will be a subsidy for it,
There's
just like
not.
there is milk.
There's not.
But
Because it falls under medical.
Yeah.
But you're okay with them getting their medication from a pharmaceutical company currently that charges $3,000 for a weekly script?
I think that an able body should get your fucking ass up and
Well, then
work.
it's not the recreational marijuana's problem. It's still the underlying issue of the
No.
government.
I'm talking about the medical.
Oh,
side,
even
not
that too.
recreational. Recreational, you're on your own.
Yeah.
My tax dollars aren't paying for that.
But I mean, even that too. I mean,
we'll pay for some sloppy fat ass's lap band surgery.
yeah, that's what I mean, and that's
Yeah, that's crazy.
Would you rather be paying the $3,000 pharmaceutical company that's giving somebody Vicodin or Xanax, or would you rather them be paying out $200 for this dude to get a fucking ounce of weed and fucking smoke all week?
Well, that depends
one's
on
worse?
that depends on the circumstance, because if it's one of the people that I'm referring to, one of these lazy, sloppy fat fucks, fuck you.
But you're never that's never gonna change.
No,
sadly,
it's not. It's just
our
something
entitlement
that
issue nowadays.
I think is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean, we've
No,
also
it's not gonna change.
no, but we've also created the problem.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So
Oh yeah, 100%. Now, with the topic of taxes and things like that, what about the government shutdown that is currently going on? What y'all boys think on that?
Ain't affecting me right now.
Trump 2020.
I ain't even got my damn W-2, so I ain't even worry about filing taxes.
No, I'm not even talking about that. Just the whole shutdown in general.
I mean, we've been through it before.
I know. I think this one's a little different, though, because I think this one is because of a grown man acting like a child. Because if you listen to that conversation, it happened before Christmas. Trump was arguing it out with Nancy Pelosi, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I don't get what I want, I'll just shut the government down. Oh, word?
But he's not the only one to do it.
If you don't want to play the game with me, I'll just take my ball and go home.
But that's how the world is anymore. I think I think if anything, it just shows how useless our government is.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not saying it's useless in the fact that shut the government down, fuck it, let everything just defile itself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it just shows that two able-bodied and able-minded people can't sit down at a table and walk away both agreeing
And you know
to
that
disagree on things, but still getting the fucking job done. That's what the problem is. You have all these people that want to sit down and all these head honchos sitting down at a table, and they're walking in with one idea in the back of their head, and they're not changing off of it.
And it's all over
It's
a
either
wall.
give me it or I'm walking out of here and we're not
And you know that
signing
the
anything.
Democrats
Why?
agreed to give them almost, it was like $2 billion to build the wall.
It's not
well,
the,
now
it's not the
and
money.
Now they changed it. They're not going. They changed it from doing concrete to I think it was steel now, like steel post type thing.
It's not even. In my opinion, it's not even about the money. You can approve a
That could've
budget
been
for
fake
it.
news.
It's-
I could be
you
wrong.
You can whatever the case be. The problem is like I said, you have people coming in that have their agenda and things that they won't bend on, and nobody wants to sit down at the table and fucking shake hands.
There's no sense of, God damn it.
Compromising.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody wants to say that we can give and take, both of us equally. Or life's not equal. It's not fair. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be 51-49. It's always going to be 70-30. There's always going to be somebody that wins, somebody that loses. But if you both go into the room knowing that we got to settle this shit and we got to figure it out, well, then you don't leave until you do.
The government's not coming out with participation trophies, folks.
No.
Have you seen how high that
Shockingly.
GoFundMe page is up to now?
Oh, yeah. And that's what I mean. It's
Like
not about
20
the
million,
money.
isn't
And,
it?
yeah, and apparently, even if like it gets up to the amount they need,
Yeah,
it
but
still has to go through the government.
Yeah.
$20
So-
million
That's why I
and
said
a
it's not
drop
about
of
the money.
$5
So since
billion.
this veteran started this page, and let's say it never happens, what happens with all that money? Does
It's
it
gonna
go?
just-
Does it
it's-
go to him?
No, it's going to be redispersed back
it
to
reverts back to the donators.
the donators, yeah. Either that or there might be a clause in there if it doesn't get passed for this, it'll go towards fixing Flint's water system or something. You know what I mean?
did
I don't
you-
know. I didn't
did
look
you
at
That would
see
be a good
list?
idea.
Yeah, of the dozen things that could be fixed for the same price as the wall.
For the amount that it would cost to build the wall, Trump is asking for $5.2 billion. And for, I think it was like $4.8 billion, they could fix Flint's water, give teachers a raise, plus $1,000 Christmas bonus. There, see if you can find that, Dwayne, because it was a list of like 4 or 5 things. And you still had, a couple $100 million left.
Yeah, but all right, so I got a question. What's so wrong with wanting to build a fucking wall?
I don't see a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Well,
for it. I'm
people-
not against it. I'm indifferent to it. If there's
People are reverting back to the days of like the Berlin Wall or something, I assume.
or the
Great
China
Wall
wall,
of
yeah,
China.
why not? You want to keep people out of your country and you want to keep people
I don't
in checks
necessarily-
and balance
I don't-
system, then
Yeah,
do so.
I
And if
don't-
that means putting up a fucking wall that you don't think people are going to be able to cross, well then
because I don't
awesome.
think it's
I don't see where you're seeing this
necessarily.
5.2 billion because I'm seeing experts are saying Trump's wall could cost up to 25 billion.
God bless. Well, he was only asking for 5.2.
I mean, that's nothing. We spend that on 2 fucking aircraft carriers.
Yeah,
you know
no
what
shit.
I mean?
But like you said, I don't necessarily think it's a matter. Okay, to an extent, it's a matter of keeping people out of the country as
Yeah.
far as keeping them out illegally.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with making people do things the right way?
I mean,
There's
there's
You can end all homelessness.
Oh yeah,
annually
yeah,
in
yeah.
the US.
That's right.
that's
That was
never
one
gonna
of them.
change, man. It's
The number of abandoned homes in the United States outnumbers the
amount
number of
people.
homeless people
Yeah.
tenfold.
Yeah.
Pay for the adoption fees of approximately 1.25 million children.
There's so many things and that's what I'm saying. It's not about the money.
Pay
Money
for college
could fix
for
so many things.
200,000 students.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm with you. I don't disagree with the wall.
Relieve almost all world hunger for a year.
That's something. That's
It's pretty
a big
wild.
one.
Yeah, it is.
I don't necessarily disagree with the wall. I don't necessarily agree with it. I agree with the standpoint that people should have to take the correct channels to do this shit. Like, go to Europe. You can go on a European tour where it's like a couple weeks and you visit several different countries. When you enter each country, you have to have the appropriate forms filled out. You have to have the appropriate identification.
Yeah, or they'll send you away.
Or, no, sorry, you can't come into Romania because you don't have the correct documentation.
Yeah, and then you can try to sneak into the country to smuggle yourself in some way, but if you get caught, there's going to be consequences for it, which...
Martial law.
Yeah, but I mean, it just...
You gonna die, honky?
I don't understand what the whole need for this wall is.
It's not going to stop anything.
I mean, it can, but that's the thing is that it can. You know what I mean? And the proponent of it that I agree with is that if you spend the money now, you won't be spending the money in the long run. You know, and the money that it takes to man and the expenses that it takes to.
Yeah, but is it going to take away from American jobs as far as Border Patrol goes?
No, because you're always going to need those Border Patrol agents
At
to
ports
patrol the
of
border.
entry.
Yeah, and I mean they're cruising around out in the fucking desert in F-150 Raptors, fucking Baja and over sand dunes and shit. Those motherfuckers aren't worried about not having a job. You know what I mean? It comes down to if the expenses on the American taxpayer can be cut 10 years from now by spending this $25 billion today, and then it continues to dramatically go down.
Right.
Why not do it? It's just like with the
No, I
climate
agree.
control argument. You realize that something's fucked up and something's got to change, but nobody's changing it. And I know those are two totally different fucking things. You're looking at me
Same
like, oh, he's
premise,
a
though.
fucking idiot, though. Climate control and climate change and Trump building a wall. He's a fucking madman. I get it, but it's in my opinion, they're tied hand in hand. There's a problem with something. You see a solution to fix it. How come it's not being fixed? Whether it is indeed building a wall or whether it's not. I mean, fuck it. Dig a 300-foot trench. Fuck a wall. Dig a big-ass trench. Ain't nobody getting around that shit.
Diarrhea-filled moat.
Just get a
Yeah, or
giant
that.
moat full of gators and snapping turtles and shit.
Diarrhea.
I mean, it could be done that way. Or we could take down the existing fence that's there and just have it be a free-for-all. Americans can go down there. Mexicans and all other Central American countries can come up here. Fuck it. But then you know what? You're going to have states that are going to start putting up borders because they don't want people coming in. So why is everybody that's in these collective states saying that the American
We don't need a wall.
president in the United States is wrong?
Why not just build the money and just say fuck it and buy Mexico?
Because that's not going to... I mean... But then you would have...
Welcome
yeah,
to the 51
I mean,
states of America.
that
Right?
would be cool.
I mean, just
I mean, we
fucking
already
buy
have Puerto
Mexico
Rico.
and make it a state. Shit.
well, I
And
mean-
Mexico does have
I mean,
a border wall
look at
between
like
them
what California
and what is it,
was
Guatemala?
like. California
Yeah.
back in the day was
So I mean, fuck it,
They've-
you'd get your
they've
wall
sanctioned
eventually. You know what I mean?
Guatemala
Fuck
off.
it, we have our wall with our southern border. It's
But-
now between Mexico and Guatemala. Fuck 'em.
Here's the thing between Mexico and South America.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Damn, I forgot the thing. Look at how much we give to Mexico yearly in relief.
A lot
So it's like, all right, look,
more than we do Puerto Rico.
what you say in Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory.
Yeah, it's an annex.
You can travel there passport free and get hot sauce that about makes Dwayne cry.
that shit was rough.
Dude, I promise you, it wasn't that bad when I first got it, but over time that shit fermented. It like to me, I got this hot sauce. It's called Your Mama, except it's in whatever.
Hispanic.
Yeah, Hispanic. And when I first got it, it was hot, but over the past couple years, I guess that shit just doubled because me, him, and Zach tried it, and all three of us were like, we fucked up.
So it's
And
called Tu Madre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But no, like if we buy Mexico,
I
they
don't-
all become U.S. citizens. There ain't no need for anybody to worry about their tax dollars paying for all these fucking immigrants to come
Yeah,
over. They
but-
can't try to come over and be like, oh, well, I hate this fucking country. Well, you're part of our country now, so you got to do
Yeah.
the same thing we do.
but then you've got that same issue. All right. So I live in Kentucky, and if I feel like moving to North Dakota tomorrow, I don't have to tell anybody
No.
until I get to North Dakota.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I'm now a citizen of North Dakota. People
yeah.
move states all the time.
And you don't have to tell anybody. You just go online and you just change your address to U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
But then you're going to run into that issue. All of a sudden, a guy that lives in Tijuana decides he wants to move to Maine, and you're going to have the same hatred. I don't necessarily think it is. I don't think buying Mexico would change it. Because, like us, we give Patrick shit all the time for being from Indiana.
Yeah, but you still get that now, though. Everybody looks at
Well,
Mexicans
that's what
and
I'm
they
saying.
still call them beaners and whatever else, wetbacks, whatever other names there are. I mean,
Keep going, there's
it's
more.
not going to change. I mean, that part's not going to change. It's like that now here. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But so
Fucking
what's the
Hoosiers.
difference? Yeah, so what's the difference if we just buy it? It's still going to be the same.
Exactly. So nothing's buying it's not gonna change anything.
The only thing it's going to change is that we will have a southern border wall. Boom.
Only
Well,
thing.
I mean, buying it just makes it.
We'll
like I
already
said, they all
have the
become
southern
citizens,
border
so you don't have to
wall,
worry about our
but
taxes
then
paying
that's
for these
that
immigrants.
Well, our
much
taxes aren't paying for
less
the immigrants. You know what I
money.
mean?
that we have to go around through America because America just got bigger by double.
Yeah.
While we're at it, let's fucking buy Canada too.
I mean, we could
You
buy.
know what? Let's just
Why
go
not?
all the fucking way back, and I say we just take over everything.
Yeah, or we could pay off our debts to, China and
Yeah,
other
no
countries
shit.
and then just live our lives as,
What happens when China finally just says, you know what?
fuck
You
y'all.
all have been in debt to us for long enough. Fuck off.
I mean,
I think it's
good
dumb
luck
we
coming
don't
across
own-
the ocean and sea,
I think it's dumb we don't own Canada because you got fucking Alaska all the way up there. It's considered a fucking state.
Didn't we buy Alaska from Canada?
Yeah.
It's like it's fucking stupid that you got a state randomly all the way up there.
What about
but you got this
Hawaii? How do you
big-ass
feel about
fucking-
Hawaii?
I mean,
Where in the fuck did we get Hawaii from?
Hawaii's a
Somebody swam over there one
Hawaii
day
is
and
just
said,
a
"This is a
fucking
cool
island.
place.
I can't
We should
really.
own it."
That's
There's-
kind of different.
Islands.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
bought it from somebody, or did we just like
Probably
stake
from-
claim
Well,
to
we
it?
bought all kinds of
Spanish.
shit off people to like California.
Yeah,
Bought
I mean,
Louisiana.
yeah, like
Yeah, so, I
in
mean, all
purchases
that.
like that with other countries that
We
had
stole
colonized.
most of the country.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have an interest in a
Nobody
foreign
is
area.
illegal on stolen
Yeah,
land.
no.
We didn't steal it. We just, took it from we just borrowed it from the indigenous owners.
Just
Well,
saying.
and my thing to cap that all off is the whole precept of it. It's coming out of our tax dollars. Who the fuck knows what our tax dollars go to anymore? Have you ever seen a print off? Like I mean, we get
What it actually
we get a
does.
union
Yeah.
budget breakdown that says what has been spent and this and that. And no, I don't agree with it. I don't think it's fucking right that you have $300,000 a year that's spent to fucking keep lights on in a fucking building that
Well-
I never go into. But guess what? I don't have a fucking choice to say yes or no to pay that. It comes out of my fucking check, just like taxes. But I'd like to know where those motherfuckers go.
That's like my HOA
Nobody ever
dues.
comes out with it.
They give us a yearly print off. Oh, well, we,
Yeah, painted the sign,
Yeah.
fucking, put two rocks over here.
Cost
and
$300 to paint this one sign.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, I mean,
right.
it's all bullshit. I get
But
it,
you-
but you still, why not print off a report that says this is what it's going to? That way, you can at least hold them accountable if need be. And why do we have
Because
somebody
it's
playing Big Brother with our fucking money, anyways?
because at some point, Americans lost sight of what the government was supposed to be. The government was supposed to be by the people,
Yeah,
for the
represent
people.
us. Yeah,
All of a sudden, it's
controlling us.
right.
Yeah.
People, the government is no longer scared of the citizens that it represents, and that's a problem.
Yeah, it should be.
And that's like the whole thing with gun control.
No longer a democracy, really.
No.
And I think it's crazy that you have one fucking hee-haw head standing up there saying that I run this country. That's fucking, it's a dictatorship. Why? Why
But
can't we
at
have
the
a
end of-
collective
They,
addressment of
they call it a democracy
smart
because we
scholars?
voted him in. But
At
like,
the end of
why can't we
day,
vote
though,
on Congress and all that
At
shit?
the end of
Why
day,
can't you just vote for nobody? How can we? Why can't we just say,
Yeah,
fuck
Congress
it? We ain't
is
gonna have
appointed,
a.
aren't they?
We ain't gonna have a
Yeah.
Or
president.
is that voted on?
I think they're like voted on within, but they're appointed. They're appointed, but like I don't
And
know.
that's a
I could be
lifelong term
wrong.
if you choose to do so.
But
At the end of the
but
day, though,
Congress,
you got to
but
think about
Congress
it.
does more shit than fucking
The president is just a yes man.
Yeah.
The president doesn't control shit.
If the president wants to do something, he's got to go through Congress. If Congress wants to do something, they got to go through the president. So,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
here's
it's back
where-
and forth. But
here's
shit
where it
can get
gets
vetoed
shitty.
and overridden.
All right, so Congress sends this to Trump. Trump decides to veto it. All Congress has to do is have 2/3 vote, and they overrule the president. What is the point of having a mainstay head figure if he can be overruled. He doesn't have the final word on anything.
Yeah, that's why I think we should vote on fucking Congress. Like, just wipe Congress out completely.
You know what I think?
Start over.
GHB 2028.
I'm down.
We're going to run as a team.
28's not going to be an election year, but
Yeah, it is.
oh yeah, it is. You're right. 'Cause- yeah.
Trust me, we
You're
have
right.
already
We figured
thought
this out because I get the shitty states.
Yeah, we've got a map. You can just take over Joseph's states.
They give the fucking ginger.
So I get a second. I get the second bet. I want to bet on my own states.
They give the ginger the desert states.
I color coordinated the map and everything.
I get Ohio. That's all I know.
You can fucking have Ohio.
Okay, good. Because I'm getting all them fucking snoogles from Kajowski's.
We've decided.
You're gonna be like Elvis, dude, fucking flying in somewhere just to get you a
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
snoogle. Instead,
Yeah.
he flew to get that fucking peanut butter bananas.
I
Shut
get
down the
Missouri
highway.
though.
You can have Missouri, that fucking hellhole of a state.
I just want St. Louis.
I'd only
Yeah, that's
been
all
there
he wants.
once, and
That's
that
all he cares
motherfucker
about.
was the hottest summer they had had in over 100 years. And I was
Because
stuck there for fucking months, man. Fuck
I
that
think
place.
that the country and the population has gotten way too large for one person to control. So when the boys of GHB were developing our idea to run as a team for presidency, all right, so Dwayne, he's going to have, like Arizona, Texas.
Yeah.
No, we split. Texas was so big, we split Texas into three.
I don't want Texas. I don't want
We
nothing
split
to
it
do
into
with
threes. We gave him the Mexican border side of Texas.
El Paso.
And then California was also split. He got the Mexican border of
Nice.
California. But, we have areas that we were going to govern. We have to come together as a team to collectively decide the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
But
You have your own
Ain't shit
area.
getting done on
Right.
my side because I'll be in the hospital with 3rd-degree burns and shit.
Why?
because he's a pasty-ass honky.
Man, you think you won't have some rich, cute, topless woman with an umbrella walking everywhere you go outside, spraying you with a little bit of suntan lotion shit? Psst, psst, psst.
Doubt it.
Well, what, man? You think President Trump doesn't do that shit? I mean, look, that motherfucker goes down to Mexico. He comes back, doesn't look a day fucking darker.
I would be a great president. You think if I became president, they would give me season tickets to the Cardinals?
No,
Why?
because you would have to buy them.
Man, fuck that. Well, I guess we're
With
gonna.
your $400,000 salary, which we're gonna have to
Yeah.
split.
I guess we're
So,
gonna
3 ways,
exile.
so I'm still gonna keep my day
Oh
job.
wait, since there were 3 of us, there weren't enough states to make it even. So I think we banished. We banished.
Oh yeah, we got
Indiana.
rid of one of them.
We banished Indiana, and I want to say we banished Nebraska too.
No, fuck that. But get rid of Michigan. Real.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah, I
fine with
like
getting
that.
rid of
I like
Michigan and
that.
Indiana. The rest we can deal with. Just those two
Let's
out.
get rid of Maine.
No, Maine's cool, man. They got fucking lobsters
Lobsters?
and
All
crab
All the way
cakes
up.
and
I don't
shit.
like lobsters, but it's all the way.
And
fucking
you
don't
know
like
that
lobster?
Maine is the second leading producer of potatoes in the United States.
I believe it. I
Fuck.
believe it. That
Fuck
Pacific
So if you
Northwest
Idaho,
soil.
Idaho.
If you're ever in Maine and you want to piss them off, and you get like a baked potato
That's for an
somewhere,
Idaho potato.
is this an Idaho potato? No, you motherfucker,
This is grown in my backyard.
bitch.
Just saying.
That's funny.
Fuck Maine. It's all the way up there.
Well, boys, we are at about an hour and a half here,
Damn, we are. We rolling.
so I guess we should start wrapping it up.
Did we cover all those topics you said you had brought up?
I do believe so.
I know the government shut down.
Oh
the-
yeah,
the-
but on the government
soaking,
shutdown, what about the fact they're telling you that your tax returns are going to be late?
I haven't
It's
had
like,
nobody.
well, if the government shut down, do I have to pay my taxes?
Well, yeah, of
course
course
you
you do.
do.
Yeah, I mean, you're still paying them weekly out of
they're-
your paycheck too.
But they're withholding pay from certain areas of the government. The Coast Guard is one of them.
Dude, while I was overseas, we were in a government shutdown in 2013, and I didn't get paid for an additional 2 weeks, but I still went and did my job every single day. Didn't change
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I forgot
mean,
about that the military didn't get paid for it because that
No.
was the whole thing.
Majority of the branches do. I want to say that the Coast Guard may be the only one that doesn't.
I think it might be the opposite way. I think the Coast Guard might be the only one that does because they're patrolling. I mean, you have nobody else that's out there on the fucking seas like that.
No.
I mean, yeah, you can say the Navy is, but no, they just play fucking
Navy's
drills and shit.
international.
Yeah, but so is the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard's international
True.
too. I mean, and they're like the main task force behind like hurricane research and flying into shit like that. So
Fucking hurricane relief.
and I know that we as the Army, we weren't, when the government shut down in 2013, we didn't get paid.
Right.
So
well,
I mean,
then maybe I
yeah.
might have been wrong, and I apologize for my lack of
Did they back
information.
pay?
I mean, yeah, we got paid I think it was 2.5 weeks later, some shit like that. So I mean,
I didn't know if y'all
We
just
did.
like went that long without pay, or if they at least back paid. I wasn't sure.
they paid us. I mean, at the end of the year, at the end of the month, we still got paid exactly what we were supposed to, as if the government never shut down. But during that time, I mean, they told us, look,
Right.
you're not getting paid technically, and you might not, but
But you still got to follow orders.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Right.
we didn't have to. They gave us the option. They said, you can fucking sit here. You can tell us no if you want, but none of us were fucking cherries like that. We said,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Right.
as soon as y'all get paid, then they're gonna be like, "Well, you refused to work,
Yeah,
even though
exactly.
we were under this, so you're
Yeah.
getting dishonorably discharged."
Yeah, they
and-
can definitely fucking bring you up on Article 15s
Get
and
the
different charges
BCD.
and shit.
The big chicken dinner. There was one last topic that we did
Uh-huh.
not touch.
Hit us.
Coleslaw
Oh,
is just
God.
garbage scraps with mayo.
I forgot about that.
Agreed.
I like coleslaw if you make it right.
Dude, coleslaw is garbage.
I've never gone to Cane's and allowed them to put a coleslaw into my fucking box. I
I've
say,
never
no
wished-
You ain't
slaw,
never got
extra
like a,
toast.
You ain't never got like a good old brat and put some
I have-
coleslaw on it.
I've had my cousins that live down in Florida and have lived down there for a while near the Florida-Georgia border. And these motherfuckers make some like sweet, they call it sweet slaw or some shit like that. It's like some sweet slaw of some sort.
I don't
And
like
it's
the super-
really
It's got, like,
fucking
I
good.
don't like
peaches
the
in it.
super sweet coleslaw.
No, it wasn't super sweet, but it had
It's got like peach shreds in it.
it had like mandarin oranges.
Yeah, I've had oranges
was
and
close.
pineapple.
yeah,
and
and
stuff
pineapple, and it was
Well, I'm
weird
not a
because like
fan of that though.
the sweetness of it kind of counteracted the
Hold
bitterness of it, and it didn't
So
taste
the
bad.
man in skinny jeans is against fruity things.
Yeah, buddy,
Got it. Copy that.
can't be sweeter than me.
Okay, so there are, but that's not just regular basic coleslaw.
Yeah, regular
though.
basic shit. No,
That,
thank
that's
you.
a hybrid slaw.
Yeah, no, that's
We'll
like
put that under the hybrid
I mean,
category.
like,
Yeah.
I like
but
coleslaw,
basic
but I don't like.
coleslaw, garbage scraps with mayo.
garbage scraps with mayo, man. It was
Wow.
invented
Garbage scraps.
by lunch ladies at a public school who had nothing to do with the lettuce left over from
It's
last
cabbage.
week. But there's carrots and stuff in it. It looks just like the lettuce mix to me.
Bitch.
It's got the purple radicchio lettuce in it. It's got the fucking.
I'm still saying
orange
it's
carrot
good, man.
sticks in
I
it.
like coleslaw.
Yeah, I
I like
don't.
coleslaw,
I don't.
especially on a nice brat.
I mean,
On a
man,
what?
don't even talk to me about bratwurst right now. Fuck
On
you,
a what?
Dwayne.
Is that what you said on a brat?
Yeah,
Oh.
put some coleslaw on a brat.
Motherfucker,
Oh.
we go golfing and I'm just mad hyped to make the turn so I can get a chili dog. Man, we ain't got no chili. Damn. Then this motherfucker takes the last hot dog and leaves me with some nasty ass bratwurst.
I
Worst
offered.
is the shit, man.
I offered to trade him because I haven't
Looks like
even
a
touched
cooked
it yet,
dick.
and he refused it. So he can't be getting mad because I offered to swap him.
You had already touched it.
I
I didn't know
haven't
where your
touched
hands
it.
had been.
It wasn't
I mean,
even touched.
What's wrong with bratwurst compared to a regular hot dog? A regular hot dog is shit compared to bratwurst. It's got the
Bratwurst
nice
just look
crunchy snap
nasty.
to it when you bite through the skin. Man, shit's good.
It's like a
good.
deep fried cock.
Yeah, a deep fried cock that tastes delicious when it explodes in your mouth.
A good beer brat.
Yeah,
Boom.
dude. Juicy, fucking yummy.
Get you some fucking onions and peppers and saute them up, throw in there too.
Yeah, you don't need no fucking
Or I can just
chili
go get
slop.
a Philly cheesesteak. Yo.
Or that too. You
Chili-
don't need chili
chili dogs-
slopped on top of it to make the hot dog taste good.
Chili dogs hold a special place
Oh,
in
they
my
do.
heart.
I love chili dogs.
You can ask this man. I eat.
but put that
chili
chili on
dogs
top of
way
a
too
bratwurst,
much.
you're gonna be like, wow, I don't need these.
Then you've got a
gross
fucking
hot
deep
dogs
fried dick that looks like it's been in a rectum.
with delicious chili on top, right?
You got a poop
Looks like
shoot
it shit on
dick.
top of itself. Yeah, it's delicious.
This is what anal looks like, kids.
Yep,
It comes out all burnt and muddy.
wrapped in a bun too. It's good, good stuff.
All right, so
On that note,
for the first episode of 2019, I think we came back with a doozy.
It was a banger.
Bang bang. Pew pew.
I enjoyed it.
So since it's been a couple
we need
weeks,
Joey for the pew pew. Joey, I miss you, bro. Man, I've been watching Crikey. It's the Irwins, and every time there's a baby kangaroo, they call it a Joey, and it makes me sad. Especially the episode I watched last night. This one got hit on the road, and they tried, and the mama died, and so they're like, "We got
Scoop up the little baby.
yeah." So we gotta save this baby
Oh.
Joey, and I'm just like, Joey.
Did he put him in his pants?
No.
No.
Wait, why would he put him in his pants?
Because
Little
I'm a
pouch.
man. I don't have nowhere else. I'd
Man,
put you
he
in my
used to
pouch
just
in my
like
pants.
stuff him in his shirt.
Luckily, the Joey lived, and
Did he?
It made me happy.
Hey, did you see where that super buff kangaroo died? You remember
the
that?
one that fucking was trading punches with homeboy on the internet?
And that thing was just
Yes.
like swolled up.
Yeah.
It died. R.I.P.
You're doing
I
too
think
many
his name
fucking
was
steroids.
Roger.
You had too many decaballs, man.
I think his name was Roger. But while we were talking about Australia,
Did he wear a fucking necklace with his name on it? How do they know what his name was?
he was on a reserve.
It's like that lion, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on a reserve. He died from old age. He didn't get shot. He was
Yeah,
like
but, I
8 or
mean,
9.
But it's a certain line, or like certain animal they keep track of, and got the
Oh,
name of it.
okay.
and
Like they
stuff.
microchip it and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I
not
thought-
to mention, I mean,
thought
it's
maybe
not
this
like you
motherfucker
weren't
jacked
going to
somebody in New York for a necklace, and then
Like
they
you
just started
weren't
calling
gonna-
him fucking Frank the Tankers and shit.
recognize this thing. This kangaroo was just buff, dude.
Yeah,
Thing
it's
was
like
huge.
John Cena, the fucking desert man,
Fuck
walking
yeah.
around
of the
stroked.
outback. But like I was saying, shout the fuck out to Australia. Australia is showing a ton of love
And they miss you, Joey.
to the gang. Hold on here.
Probably why they missed him, because Joey, you know.
I mean, it could be a bunch of kangaroos that fucking jack kangaroos stealing people's iPhones and downloading shit.
So I don't know what they're called in Australia. Maybe like city states, or because Australia is a continent and a country, correct?
Yes.
Well, out of the 6 city states,
Well, I don't know if
or
I think it's just a continent.
countries.
I think it's just a continent. I don't
Well,
think
whatever
it's a country. I don't know.
whatever the
It's
different
weird.
areas in Australia are, man, that we've got half of Australia playing our shit. So South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales. Is there an Old South Wales? I don't know.
I don't know.
There's not one in Australia. In Queensland. So shout out to Australia, Mongolia, China,
Yeah,
even
trying to collect that money.
Norway, Ireland, Germany, tons of places. Guatemala showing some love, and of course the good old U.S. of A. You wasn't gonna fucking sing with me on that,
I
and
didn't
that's
know where
a
you were
fucking
going.
song. You know what? 2019, I vow to stop singing every episode. That ain't gonna last.
You ain't gonna pick it up.
Yeah, there's technically only 3 countries of Australia.
So what are they?
It's Australia itself, which is like the main body.
Right.
They call it
So-
Australia, and then Papua New Guinea is north of it. It's an island,
And
and,
then
then
New
to
Zealand.
the New Zealand. And I don't know.
What are the different?
It says what are the 14 countries in Australia, and then it lists them. I don't know.
14. Well, my map only shows like 6
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
districts,
know.
maybe
Or provinces, some shit like that. I don't
provinces.
know.
Hey, Australian people,
Yeah, let us know, man. I
hit
don't
the
fucking
email.
know.
Let us know. We'll give you the email in a minute. So shout out to everybody that has stuck with us on our 2-week shutdown. But
Can't get our shit together to.
well, it wasn't really that. It was
The
we had
government's paying us, and they're shut down currently. So.
we had Christmas, and then I wound up sick, and then we just couldn't get it together for the second week. So it is what it is. Justin was out of town. Zach was busy with things. Dwayne and me were just like, yo, I don't want to do it today. Anyway, but we are back
It
in
would
full
suck just us
effect.
two.
We are back and in full effect.
If Justin didn't show, we were gonna try and attempt it. Just us two.
What?
Yeah.
Why do you think I wasn't gonna show?
No,
Oh,
if you
well,
couldn't.
there-
If you
Oh,
couldn't,
okay. I was gonna say there was that week a couple
like
weeks
if you
ago. My
if
little
you
man
couldn't
got
make
sick.
it,
because we were
which
like,
that's
we
understandable.
can't go 3 weeks without an episode, so we're like,
Yeah.
we'll attempt to do it just us two to see how it goes.
But you know what though, we have been consistently maintaining plays.
Yeah.
But there is some shit coming up for GHB. We've talked about it in the past. We have talked about it. But now we gonna put it together. The first official GHB mixtape will be coming soon.
Gonna drop like it's hot, boys.
It will be coming soon. So look out for that. We might throw you a little sample of some things on maybe next week's show. We might do it on next week's show. We're not sure yet. We've got some things in the works. So Hell yeah. Myself, Dwayne, and Justin, we tracked a little bit of vocals this morning before the show.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get Zach in here, see, maybe he doesn't want to do some vocals. So we got some shit coming for you on top of the podcast.
Oh, I just had something else pop in my head that happened over New Year's.
What?
You see that shit with New York?
New York.
Fucking gender neutral on the birth certificate.
Oh,
What?
shit. Yes, in the state of New York, it is now legal to mark X on a child's birth certificate. You don't have to select male. Why do you even get to select? Does it have a dick or does it not?
I'm saying, like,
setting us
so,
up
like,
for
all right, so me and my
failure.
sister-in-law were talking.
Yeah.
Me and my sister-in-law were talking the other day. She's like, I think you should let the kid have an open mind on if it wants to be a boy or girl. I'm like, no. If it comes out with a dick, it's a boy.
Cut
If it
that
comes out with
motherfucking
a
dick off and you still
vagina,
have the chromosomes.
It's a girl.
That's fucked up. I didn't hear about that. That shit's wild.
I'm like, and I was like, it's like your kind of mind thought is why this world's so fucked up and has all these damn new fucking genders out there.
Your mind is why this world's fucked up. Dwayne's relative.
Love you, Hannah.
He loves you, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
But but it's just like, but we were talking. I'm just like, no, there's no
shit.
open mind of,
I think it's setting your child up to feel unloved. Like, oh, well, we had a boy, but we wanted a girl, so we're going to mark girl. So you didn't want me, Mom? I wasn't good enough for you, Mom? And then they're going to turn into a fucking sociopath, and they're going to be the second coming of the BTK killer. And shit.
That shit's just wild. I mean, don't get me wrong. My son has put on some of my daughter's like dress-up dresses and run around the house that don't fit them anymore. And it's funny. We take pictures of him. He laughs. He thinks it's a good old time. But I don't take him into the fucking girls section of fucking Target to go look for clothes for him just to see if he'll pick one out. Because guess what? He will. He doesn't fucking know.
Children
So
are
why
like
do that? And
animals.
why? Yeah.
They are drawn to bright and sparkly things.
And they're hurted and intrigued by what you as parents offer them to have. I mean, you put down a plethora of shit in front of a kid, he's not going to choose just one of them. He's going to bounce around to a bunch of different things. Unless it's a fucking tablet, then my son's just going to stay on that thing the whole time. But why give them the option to just put an X in a fucking blank box saying I'm not a boy, I'm not a girl, I'm an it? I mean, we fucking saw the movie It's Pat in the fucking 80s or the 90s, whatever it was, and you see that at the end of the fucking movie, it still didn't make a fucking consensus as to whether it was a boy or a girl. So why leave that up to interpretation?
Yeah, it's
My thing is, it comes back to science. I don't care. You can cut your dick off if you want. Go for it. You can get a dick built if you want. Go for it. They say it's easier to dig a hole than to build a pole, but
I've never heard of that one before. That's funny.
slick, right? But at the end of the day, it does not matter. Get your tits cut off and get a dick built, or get tits put in and get your dick cut off. I don't care. At the end of the whole thing, biologically, when you die and your flesh and everything rots away and they do DNA testing on your bones, you're still going to be a guy to them.
Yeah, but then they won't be looking for Patrice. They'll be looking for Patrick, and they'll never find anybody that has anything to do with Patrice. That's maybe that's kind of one fucked up way to get away with shit. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all.
I'm just saying, though, scientifically, you will still be whatever you were born as.
Yeah, I agree. Science don't lie, unless the scientist is a liar, and then in that case, it is a lie.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking New Yorkers.
oh,
They're trying to be like the new LA or some
I've seen
shit.
that. And then they're like, was it like New Year's? They had a thing happen last year, but it came in effect on New Year's that they had to put changing stations in all men's and women's restrooms and stuff like that. I'm sitting there like, that should have already been done.
Yeah, and a lot of places do, but for a long time they
But
didn't.
but like, why are you making that a big deal?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
because it's all on the news, and I'm like, okay, I get it, but that should have been done.
Yeah, I mean, you go to rest stops now. I mean, the one on 71 just before or just after you get into Kentucky, I mean, they've got a baby changing station in the mills.
Yeah, and
And
but
I don't
they're
have a
making
problem with
I
that.
don't either.
Because
Like, they're
the
making-
dad is equally responsible for the child
Yeah,
they created.
Yeah, exactly. But
And-
he's saying that they're making a big deal out of doing so.
Yeah, and I'm like, that should have already been done. Like,
Yeah.
you got single fathers out there and blah, blah, blah. And, like, And me and somebody at work were talking. It's like they should have always had that done anyways. Because let's say you have a girl.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, some people aren't comfortable taking their little girl into a men's restroom, just other men or whatever. But
Hey, but like I have
they're
said,
not going to want to go into the women's restroom either because
you're gonna get fucking beat over the head with a stiletto
Yeah.
saying that you're trying to rape somebody. Like, no, I'm just trying to change my daughter's diaper. No, you aren't. You sick
you
fuck.
know, I understand. It's like some men's restrooms don't.
and that other video for
and
the
women's
Instagram
do.
I took, I forgot to upload it.
And women's
Oops.
do, you know, but it's like at the same time, it's like that should have been done anyways because you got single fathers out there that need to change their kid.
Yeah, and even if they're not single fathers, I mean, shit, there's plenty of times
Not
where
everywhere.
again,
and
I
not
guess
everywhere.
change
father-
the baby's diaper
And not everywhere
and
has
shit.
a family restroom.
A father
For all
is
that.
equally
Yeah, that's true.
responsible for caring for their child.
Yeah, I agree.
I just, man, I've said it probably on every episode.
World's a funky place, man.
This world,
Soft.
that's SOF capital T, soft,
Very much
extra.
so.
T. Anyway, but yeah, so you boys ready to bring it to a close?
Yeah, we can wrap it up, man.
Yeah, because I think he's got to get
Going
going.
to have to get going
like
in about
now.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, again, GHB, the mixtape, will be coming soon. We'll break you off with some samples of some things in weeks to come. Shout out to all of the overseas countries that are showing us love. Talk to us. We will talk back. Shout out to America, all the states that are showing us love. Again, you also talk to us, and we will talk back. Hit us on the Instagram and the Twitter at the official GHB. Gmail is, I always forget our fucking email address.
The official GHB at gmail.com.
I know,
Or
but
is it just official?
I
don't
don't
know.
I
Didn't you
don't
change it like 3 weeks ago?
know.
No, we had Yahoo for like a month, and then all of a sudden it changed.
Because you have to have Gmail for certain things. Anyway, because Google owns everything. The email address is theofficialghb@gmail.com. Theofficialghb@gmail.com. You can find us on iTunes, on the Google Play Store, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere that podcasts are available. We are there. Also find us on Facebook, GHB Podcast. If you use a podcast platform that we are not on, holler at us and we will get us on there. Dwayne pointed out Pandora now does or whatever these things
do podcasts now.
So I've got to figure out, and we'll probably hopefully be up on Pandora before long. So yeah, the first show of 2019 and many, many, many more to come. We've got other announcements coming as well in future. So we appreciate everybody sticking with us. As always, myself, Jake LeMaster, I thank you for hanging out with us for the show. On behalf of Dwayne Brutcher and Justin Caesar, all right, y'all.
Hey.